What's up, chaps and chapettes? Welcome back to another tactical FIFA video. We've already done Jose Mourinho tactical video as well. We use a 4-2-3-1 and a 4-4-2, and this time we're using an alternate Pep Guardiola tactic that was used against Arsenal in the first game of the season. But I actually do like how they've updated some of the options in terms of customization. You can be much more specific. With the left back and right back, you can now make inverted runs. In other words, going inwards. Which is really good, to be honest, because then you can create space. You can hold the ball much better as well in the midfield when you're sort of bringing in your left back and right back. And it really messes with the defense, to be honest. So you can play much closer to how Pep Guardiola plays. So as you saw there, we've got the 4-2-3-1, which we're going to switch to in the defensive stage. And we're using the 4-1-4-1 as the general formation. So the reason why I'm using a 4-1-4-1, obviously it is... basically, yeah, so it's basically the formation that I used against Arsenal. Similar to a 4-3-3 that they sometimes, or pretty much usually play as, like, the majority of the time. But it's just a little bit different in the way that it's set up, because usually you would have left back and right back coming into the middle, basically becoming centre mids. I think that is more to kind of stop narrow teams that play quite narrow. So teams, to be fair, against like a 4-1-2-1-2, having two centre mids or like right back and left backs going inverted helps to stop the sort of narrow counter attack. But the way that we're playing here is kind of a very specific style, because you've got one left back who's actually going to be making forward runs, which is Masaku, and then the right back is not going to be making forward runs at all. But the 4-1-4-1, because of its, you know, 5 midfield players, you've got 5 midfield players. You're going to dominate the midfield quite easily, and that is what you're looking for. You're looking for high possession. You're looking to dictate the game, really, and it is one of the better formations out there for doing that. So I've basically sort of played around, had a look at how Man City play in real life, and one of the main things, to be honest, one of the most important parts of the way that Man City play is the CDM position, because basically this is going to be your basis for all of your attacks, your initial build-up. The reason I'm showing like long highlights for this specific part is basically just showing you how easily we're regurgitating possession, and like soon after losing it, we keep getting the ball back. We're playing high pressure when basically as soon as they break out, you want to be trying to just rush them. I think it's like the 7-second rule or something like that, where you're just trying to rush them and get the ball off them instantly. And also bringing forward your centre-back. I know you're getting your centre-backs forward, because a lot of people do say that the AI is very good at defending this year, but the way that we're playing here, we need to be constantly maintaining possession and keeping the pressure on. So sometimes I do bring forward my centre-backs as soon as sometimes as soon as they get the ball and they're looking to attack. Definitely recommend looking at the mini-map to make sure you know exactly kind of what you're risking. Like, because if there is like 3 players behind you and there's a genuine chance of them scoring, then, you know, probably shouldn't be sprinting out your centre-back unless you definitely know you're blocking off a decent pass and angle. But we're playing very, very aggressively, to be fair. But in terms of when we're on the ball, as you saw, we basically got 64% possession. We're getting it with the CDM. The CDM, one of the best things about the CDM position in the initial build-up is that nobody marks a CDM. Nobody's going to stay on a CDM. So it basically just gives you that freedom. And, you know, compare it to like a 4-2-3-1. I think there's like an interview of like Johan Cruyff, who's basically who Pep Guardiola was inspired by, and he was basically saying I think he was saying about how there's like no point in having 2 CDMs type thing, because the way that we're sort of playing here is we're using the CDM not just to defend, but to basically be the basis of all of our attacks. So we've got Mbirchy, who we basically just do loads of 1-2s with, and what we want is in those 1-2s, as we hit the post there, but in those 1-2s, we want players to be coming towards us and then kind of baiting players out of position. And that is kind of how Guardiola's tactic works. It's especially in real life, it works even better because it really wears them down. And I think in this game, stamina is a bigger thing, but it's still not a massive thing. As we can see, a weird goal there. Like, I don't know what I was doing in the defense, but you really have to make sure you don't switch off as well. Like, when I was playing, I was kind of just trying to get used to it. Team wasn't really the best. I definitely could have had a better team. But you have to make sure that you're constantly paying attention. As we look at this, we're literally just getting the ball straight back every single time. And just passing it like into the spaces, and there's always options available. That's one of the reasons why we have it on the possession. I think in the tactics, it's like the possession build-up play tactic or whatever. Because it's basically just going to enable you to have loads of players always available to you. As Bernardo Silva, I mean, we're absolutely dominating these guys. We are getting all of the chances. We're producing all these chances. We got a bit unfortunate on like chance after chance. I need to get better at finishing. I think in the end, I did actually turn on the trainer. And look at this. Look, how did I miss that? Like, we are literally dominating. We are dominating these games. 66% possession there. But one of the things as well is you want to basically just be looking for the spaces at all times. Like, if they're overloading one side of a pitch, make sure to switch out to the other side. You know, get the CDM. Because, you know, the CDM being in that middle slot, not being marked, he can pick out the left back, he can pick out the right back. And then you can bring forward the left back and the right back like I'm doing here with Masaku. And what this does is when you bring forward the left back and right back, the midfield is going to get dragged out to, like, they're going to try and get the ball off you. It's especially good against the 4-1-2-1-2 diamond, because you're basically breaking the diamond when you run down the wings with a left back or a right back, because they have to try the centre mids, because they don't have any wide players apart from the left back or their left back and right back, and they don't want to be dragging those out, otherwise the wingers or whatever will be free. But basically, they're going to have to bring out their centre mids to try and get to your left back and right back, and then you can start exposing them through the middle. So really just focus on dragging them out of position, like focus on their positioning. Look at this by Wijnaldum. I'm actually really impressed with some of the like little touches that you can do at the moment. Like, they're really sick, like just the little, they're almost I think they're like LB or RB touches. They're just so clean. I love them. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty sick. And it's not like a really technical skill. It's the kind of thing you'd see Messi do, just like a little touch, get it away from a player. Decent bit of skill. But Bernardo Silva, as you can see, loses the ball. Poor pass there, but he gets the ball back. Look at this. We're straight onto him, just all that pressure. Getting the ball back. Yedlin kind of playing, because we do have the left back. I think with a 4-3-3, when we play with a 4-3-3, we have both of them inverted. But in this case, we're not actually playing with a 4-3-3. But sometimes you can often get that against a 4-1-2-1-2. You can get them just like trying to build up, and then you just block them off with a right back and left back through the middle, which is sick. But yeah, the tactic works really well, to be honest. I definitely recommend, if you are going to do it, make sure you have a lot of technical players, lots of quick players in defense, especially left back and right back. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Let me know what other tactical videos you want to see, and I'll see you tomorrow on the road to glory. Oof. See how it goes. Hop on the mic while I'm sitting pretty, just like a shot EA looking shifty. EA paid to win committees, Nick Crump to Mr. Litty, Italian job with a minis, steady FIFA grinds going hard, top of Everest got a postcard, top 100 cause I'm the best, you top 100 with a credit card. Desperate times and measures, just got some sort of feeling like this bookie rapper, you're uttering a few feathers.